Hi everyone! First of all, I want to congratulate all of you who already shared your solutions to this problem. I loved watching you explain your thinking and use a variety of strategies. If you haven't solved this problem yet, you should stop this video right now and go try. Then you can come back and watch this to check your work. Ready for the solution? Here it is. Okay, first I asked you to solve for the total number of waffles I made. Remember, I made 5 batches of 15 waffles each. Here are 2 models you might use to solve this problem. One great way to solve big multiplication problems with multi-digit factors is an area model, because you can always split up a 2-digit or a 3-digit or an even larger number into its place values. So for example here, with 5 times 15, I've split 15 into a group of 10 and a group of 5. And on my area model, I have one side that's 5 units long and one side that's a total of 15 units long, but it's broken up into a 10 and a 5. Then you can find partial products. So if you multiply 5 times 10, you'll get 50. And if you multiply 5 times 5, you'll get 25. All that's left is to add your 2 partial products together to get your total product, which was 75 waffles. Another way that some of you might be comfortable doing this is with the loops and groups model. Now, I didn't want to put a lot of dots in there representing 15 because that can be hard to keep track of. So instead, I drew 5 groups and I put 10 in each group and then another 5 in each group, so that all told, I would always have 15 in each group. When I count by my tens, I get 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then by my fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Again, that brings me to 50 plus 25, which equals 75. So I made a total of 75 waffles, but remember, Blake was really a pig and he ate a lot of them. In fact, together we ate 11 waffles, so you needed to figure out how many I had left. Some of you may have used the standard algorithm and just did 5 minus 1 to get 4, and 70 minus 10 to get 60, which gives you 64 waffles. Another great way to look at this is on a number line. If you start at 75 and take away 10, you'll get to 65. Then you just need to take away 1 more and you'll get to 64. So all told, I had 64 waffles that I needed to bag up into equal bags. So the last step in this problem then was to figure out, if I was to bag up these waffles in equal groups, how many bags would I need and how many waffles would go in each bag. I decided to use a ratio table. You might have done it differently. So I thought, okay, if I have, this is kind of hard, 1 bag, then all 64 waffles will go in that bag. If I decide to split that number in half and put half of them in one bag and half of them in another, then I'm going to take 4, half of 4 is 2, and 60. Half of 60 is 30. So 2 bags would have 32 waffles. For the 3s, I skip counted by 3 and realized that I don't get to 64 when I skip count by 3. For example, 20 groups of 3 was 60. The next group would be 21 groups of 3, and that was 63. So you can't get to 64 counting by 3s. Then I counted by 4s, and I got 16 groups of 4. 5s I knew didn't work, because the rule with 5s is that if you skip count by 5, you'll have a number ending in 5 or a number ending in 0. 6s also didn't work. I tested this by thinking, all right, if I have 10 groups of 6, that's 60. But 11 groups of 6 is 66. So we can't have 6 times another number and get 64. I also looked at my 7s, and I knew that 7 times 9 is 63. And so 1 more 7 would be too many. Finally, I counted by, whoops, it's hard to see there. I counted by 8s. Another way I know my 8s worked out is because if I double my 4, I'll get 8. And if I have the 16, I'll get 8. And 8 times 8 is 64. So I could have put 64 waffles in one bag, 32 waffles in two bags each. I could have had 4 bags with 16 waffles each, or 8 bags with 8 waffles each. Now, I presented this problem in video form, but you've probably seen word problems like this, where you have to be able to solve many steps in order to get a final answer. That's called a multi-step word problem. It takes patience, it takes reading or thinking carefully, and it definitely involves writing down what you're doing, drawing models, and checking your work. Thank you so much to all of you who took on the challenge and really gave yourselves an opportunity to grow. I hope you'll keep doing that with these math challenges. Great work, everyone.